The wind on our first date was sweet with promise. I gathered all my courage and took Alice's hand. My fingertips trembled uncontrollably. A secret hidden in my palm flowed silently. It was my unique superpower mind transmission. The moment our palms touched, a tingling current ran through her limbs along the lines of her skin. The tender feelings quietly growing in our hearts intertwined and resonated wordlessly. This was my fourth hidden superpower, telepathy. We already knew each other's deepest hearts. When our affection reached its peak, even our breaths grew warm. Our faces leaned closer to each other, unconsciously. No one noticed. Around the corner of the courtyard wall, a pair of eyes, blazing with anger, stared fixedly at the scene. They belonged to Alice's father. He rushed forward and grabbed me by the collar in one swift move. His rough grip tightened until it hurt. A flood of insults poured out of his mouth. They slammed into my face and stabbed at Alice's heart. The girl ran over frantically to intervene. Her slender arms shielded me from him. She cried and begged her father to let me go. Her strength was no match for the furious man. Alice was roughly dragged away. Her cries faded into the distance. This love that had barely begun, torment and humiliation washed over me repeatedly. The last trace of attachment I felt for this world. Misfortune always came one after another. A gang of bullies who picked on the weak found me once again. They snatched my hat away brutally, trampled it under their feet in wanton contempt, then roughly dragged me outside the house. The cold ground dug into my bones, sharp with pain. They stripped off my clothes, crushing my dignity into dust amid the mocking laughter of the crowd. Just then, the sky suddenly changed. Dark clouds rolled in, swallowing the light of day. A clap of thunder boomed, shaking the very earth. Strangely enough, all metal objects began to tremble violently after a deafening crash. Every one present was thrown to the ground. The ringleader of the bullies lay straight, and still his heart had stopped beating entirely. I walked forward in silence and pressed my palm gently against the bully's chest. The current surging within me pulsed again and again, jump-starting his heart, until he started breathing once more and slowly opened his eyes. In the distance, thunder rumbled again. I had always been terrified of thunder and lightning. It felt like I was answering some mysterious call. I suddenly stood up and sprinted toward the roiling dark clouds. Facing the wind and rain that filled the sky, I spread my arms wide without restraint. As if in response to some unseen force, a bolt of lightning split the sky and struck me directly, binding me tightly to the vast heaven and earth. It was a run filled with complete freedom, lighter than the wind, more unrestrained than the clouds. In the end, a soft glow spread around me, transforming into a brilliant halo that dissipated completely into the universe. Some say this mortal world was not worth staying for. That was why I left without hesitation, soaring into the sky. Others say I was an angel who had fallen into the mortal realm by mistake. After tasting all the joys and sorrows, all the sweet and bitter moments of human life, finally followed the light of heaven and returned to the homeland that truly belonged to me.